queda Tapia, me queda Tapia hasta que...
¿Sacáis? Vale. Una bola sacadores.
El otro día lo arrestamos, sacamos.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dougal Greenhouse here in Brooklyn, New York for our second match of the first semi-final in the Cities Cup in the Pro Padel League. Miami against Miami Padel Club against the Toronto Polar Bears. First blood to Miami. 2-set-to-love win for Ari Sanchez and Marta Talavan against Victoria Iglesias and Marina Guinard. The big question now is, can Gus Tapia and John Sanz wrap it up in just 2 matches against Javier Barahona and Coki Nieto? Or will Nieto and Barahona take it to a third and decisive match, which would of course be the mixed doubles? Well, we will find out very soon. Myself, Paul Giblin, in the company of Mr. Eric McKee, as always, and our special guest today and tomorrow, former US Davis Cup captain, Mr. Patrick McEnroe. Patrick, you enjoyed the first match.
I tell you, it's awesome to be here with you guys. I appreciate you letting me join in. And yeah, I really like seeing the women play, the strategy involved. But I'm very, very interested to see now the men play. Obviously, a bit more power. I would expect that the points would be a bit quicker, a bit more explosive. But really looking forward to seeing some of the best in the world go at it.
Well, we saw the woman world #1, Ari Sanchez, in action in the previous game. We're going to see Tapia, who is #2, but he does play with the world #1, so he's in the top pairing in the world.
Yeah, the #1 is Arturo Cuello, who is a big, strong lad, a big hitter from Valladolid, just an hour north of Madrid. But John Sanz from Pamplona, left-handed, also can unleash them. The question with John Sanz sometimes is, does he pick his moment to unleash them?
He's at times inconsistent. When he's good, he's brilliant. When he's not good, then well,
he's not good.
Yeah, he's not good. we'll leave it at that. Paul, Coki Nieto and Sanz, friendly foes?
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, they usually are the pairing on the Premier Padel Tour, so they have no secrets from each other. Coki Nieto, who's very tidy, busy, doesn't make any mistakes, and also hit it hard, but his partner, Javier Barahona, is another big hitting left-hander.
Tenacious. A bit like Chingoto, who we're going to see later on in the final rubber here at the Dougal Greenhouse, New York. Of course, this is the season finale. We had the regular season, started off with 10 franchises, 1 from Canada in action here, 1 from Mexico. They failed to make the final 8. They were losing finalists last year. The winners from last year falling at the group stage. Las Vegas smash.
Yes, which is interesting. Let's think about that. So obviously Sanz and Coki Nieto know each other inside out. I think there was there a final, a doubles final, Patrick, where you faced your brother John?
Yes, there was.
We've done our homework.
Wikipedia is wonderful.
There was a singles final too where I faced him, but I preferred the doubles final because I actually got a win.
You won.
Yeah. Singles final, not so much. But it is interesting because when you play, obviously you play against your brother. I remember he said to Peter Korda, who was his partner at the time, I was playing with Jakob Blasek, a great player from Switzerland, and it was match point at 5-6 in the tiebreak, and Korda was serving to me in the ad court. This is where I played. I had a much better two-handed backhand. So my brother said to Korda, I saw him go over and talk to him, and I said, for sure he's telling him don't serve to my backhand. Yeah. But Korda had a lefty, but he couldn't really serve it down the middle that well. So I kind of cheated over, and sure enough, he basically hit it right to my backhand, and I hit a winner on the return for the match.
Has your brother forgiven you?
And later that night, my brother said, I told him, whatever you do, don't let you hit a backhand.
The question is, why didn't he say that before the match even started?
Exactly. But to your point about these players out here today, it's interesting because, like you said, they know each other well. You know, maybe they'll do something that goes against the grain a little bit. That's like how you can try to change it up a little bit. So, you know, I don't know the way they play. You guys know them a lot better than I do. So, but I'm really interested to see if you pick up on anything they do, maybe a little bit differently to try to surprise their other partner.
How easy is it to change in-game tactics? Because I'm sure you as a trainer, you've coached your players, you go in, you spend time, but of course during the game you don't have time.
You know, it helps when you have a lot of skill, right? So the players that tend to, you know, a lot of players just have more versatility than others. So it's this normally why I say when players are playing at this level, it's not so much the surprises that win, and it's who executes better. And I think that's what we'll probably see in this one here tonight.
And Paul, you got a favourite here? Mixed doubles or game over?
Logic tells me that it should be Tapia and Sanz.
Is there a but coming there? Is it but?
But who knows?
You're sitting on the fence.
There's a big fence here, and I'm going to sit on it for as long as I can.
You've got a 4-metre fence to sit on if you want.
Yeah, I'm not sitting on that, mate, I tell you.
Yeah, big 4. Oh, we're not too far away from the start of the second game on this central court. Wonderful surface provided by Adidas.
It is indeed, and it's filling up today. It's good to see.
Is this the only court I mean, I know this is a match court, but do they have any practice courts for the players, or they're just, because that's a lot of teams to start?
Normally you have your practice courts, but because, or today especially, you've had a later start. Early this morning at 9, teams had an hour. 9 to 10, 10 to 11.
What they did earlier in the week
to
when
warm
there's
up.
so many teams. Yeah,
I'm not sure about that, actually. I think they must have found
not here at this venue.
But somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. There's an indoor centre not too far away. You can imagine all the teams, so many players, when the court's in use also.
Right.
For this, the Cities Cup, the season finale, the final event, PPL, bringing the best paddle to the US. This sport is booming. Paddle fever has taken over in North America, huge in Europe, huge around the world. It's gone global. And we're watching the best players in action at the best tournament you can see in the States. Tapia to serve. Oh, big hit.
Not wasting any time.
Yeah. Angled straight towards Barahona. Himself a huge hitter. Off the tape there. Tapia. Oh, number 2. Said in a recent interview he would love to win this tournament though. It's in its second year. First season was won by the Las Vegas Smash. And wide.
30-15.
Yep. One thing I think they should avoid, Tapia and Sanz, is dueling it out with volleys at the net with Nieto. He's very, very, very good at the net. Great reflex.
Big hit, Sanz.
Yep.
In yesterday's game, we were talking about Coki Nieto, and said he makes a maximum 3 mistakes in a match. He made 1 in the first game and made just 2 more. We were worried though when he made 1 after like the second point.
Might make 4 today. We banned again.
Well,
into
that's
the
twice
net.
now.
43rd.
Still serving for the opening game. The Argentine Tapia. Winds up for the big hit. And just carries. Or took a bit of a risk there.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of height on it, did he?
Now you will see how the players really arch their backs for those topspin smashes, those big kick smashes. If they hit that back glass wall, go high up into the air. So just a 30-second switch after the opening game. Like tennis, where it's a slightly shorter break. And then, of course, every 2 games, the players will get a chance to sit down on the bench, a few liquids, get some words from their trainer, and then back out again. Coki Nieto to serve.
Nice serve.
Netted by Sanz.
Right tucked into the glass.
Opts for that backhand serve. Don't see many of those at this level.
One of the things he does, Nieto, isn't it? He'll take his first serve backhand, and if he misses it, switches to forehand.
They've lost 2 games so far at the Cities Cup. Coki Nieto and Barahona.
They lost to Arkansas, didn't they? The Arkansas Matrix.
That was an upset.
So they've lost 2 out of 3.
Yes.
Coming into this.
But they've looked good in all of them.
They played well.
Yeah.
Just not well enough.
Maybe against Arkansas, they lost it in the second set, didn't they? Because they started off like an absolute house on fire. Barahona was hitting some massive smashes.
They were leading 3-0 in that second set.
Yep.
Before losing the second set and then the super tiebreak. Tapia opts out of coming forward. There's a chance there, joined by Sanz. Looking for the cross-court backhand into the net.
3-0.
In fact, that was the only match, the Arkansas Matrix Toronto Polar Bears, which has actually gone to a third match, a mixed doubles.
Just one mixed doubles. It's a unique event with the women's doubles, men's doubles, and of course, if tied.
Ooh, that's a bad miss there.
A mixed doubles, that's Sanz. 40-30. Again, that backhand serve looking for the glass. Defending Sanz and Tapia. Barahona forced back, now a chance to attack the net. Sanz, the Bibura, scoops it up and out. Barahona.
Golden point.
So you think about one of the things that Nieto may have said about John Sanz. I think what he probably will have said is try and keep him on his backhand.
Yes, his weaker shot, definitely.
Right.
Oh, nice serve.
Toronto.
2 fairly quick opening games in this first set.
John Sanz to serve.
Punch, volley, Sanz. Biwara. Also spin. Read it well. Barahona gets forward and another Sanz mistake.
Kind of forced that out of him with the way he moved forward there. Cut off the angle.
Right up against the glass. That was well played there by Sanz.
Yeah, it was a collective intake of breath here. We thought that might have gone, but 15-0.
I wonder if Coki Barahona will use the tactics we saw yesterday, which was basically no high balls to Tapia.
Nearly worked out, didn't it, against Super and Dineno?
There is one. That's why you don't want any high balls to Tapia.
Didn't have much option in that case, though.
Call him the finisher.
Yeah, well, he's got the cosmonaut as a nickname because he hangs in the air. The astronaut and the Mozart of Catamarca. He's born in Argentina. I don't know if that's because he plays the piano or the violin. But yeah, he's got many nicknames. But funny enough, when he plays with Cuello, it's his partner who's the big hitter. So just imagine those two together.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cuello come here next year because he's spectacular.
I'm sure he'd love to. Really entertaining player.
He's 22 years old, 23.
Yeah, he's got a good 10, 12 years ahead of him. He's been playing with the Argentine Tapia for a couple of seasons now.
How old's Tapia?
I've got that. Is he 23, Tapia?
Mid-20s?
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Not very old.
Yeah.
He's younger than me.
I'd say you're old enough to be his dad, Paul.
And the rest.
Sanz. It's a great lob to keep him back, and that's a
Oh,
really
that's a good
good,
one.
really
Yeah.
good. You can see again how they just bring it down, aiming for the player's feet.
Yeah.
I think he's 25 years old, Tapia, if I'm not mistaken.
He is indeed. Born on the
Okay.
24th of July, 1999.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say it's the lifespan, but the career of players in Padel starts earlier. You have pro players on the women's circuit, for example. Rufo turned pro at 14. I know we've had quite a few tennis players, Capriati, for example.
Back in the day,
Williams,
not as
back in the
much
day.
anymore.
Not as much now.
Yeah.
And they can play on until mid-30s at the highest level, and you can still compete. We've got Patti Yaguna, who is 39. She's number 12 in the ranking.
Wow.
And that's something I think in tennis would be impossible.
Yeah.
Even in doubles.
But doubles, you see a lot of doubles players into their late 30s,
Late
even early
30s.
40s. Yeah.
I think a lot of it depends on your knees, though, doesn't it? I mean, that's the big thing. Is there's few players have had knee problems. I think one of the other top players who's not here, who we're not going to talk about much, Alejandro Galan, who he's done a few interviews saying that the last few games of the season he's been playing, but it's like been seeing stars, you know. Yeah.
I suppose like many sports, we're seeing in the NFL, they play extra game.
Yep.
In soccer, they're looking for extra tournaments because, of course,
it's all about
success.
the money.
Yes,
Yeah.
but at some point, perhaps the quality of the product.
Well, there's more and more travelling now, which is fantastic because it brings us to places like New York. But for the players, obviously,
more taxing on the body. You have to take care of yourself better, the tennis players, the highest level players, have all teams around them now to help them with their recovery, with their preparation, their diet.
A lot more than in your day?
Oh, yeah, a lot more. Yeah.
No, but your nutritionist, your physios, your pre, after, post.
Yeah, totally.
Barahona. Just quickly, Marta was saying briefly before in an interview, Marta Ortega, former world #1, that she actually loves this tournament because it's different, because the players are slightly more relaxed. I mean, hopefully this isn't commentator's curse, but no injuries. I mean, I don't know if maybe if you're playing with less tension, you avoid injuries perhaps?
Definitely helps, yeah.
And again, there from Barahona, showing what he can do when you allow him.
If you give him time on that, it's over.
Close to the net.
Yes,
Well, close to the net, not always that close to the net, to be honest.
You will see some huge smashes, winners from behind the service line. When they start, I mean, like every game we've seen so far, it takes at least 3-4 games before you start, really start picking up pace. Barahona. Again, that Bibora. Another Bibora. Those are wondering what that means. It's a Viper. It's a shot. I'll tell you about that shot when this rally is over. Trying to force Coki back. On defense, Tapia gets forward, makes the wrong choice. Well covered. But no, Tapia admits that.
Touched it.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
And the umpire didn't spot it. It was Tapia.
Yeah.
Well, the difference between the shots, you've got your smash over the head. You've got your biwira slightly at an angle. Very similar finish across your body. Normally with a bit of side spin. Your bandeja, which is a tray, which is a shot. Just imagine a waiter carrying a high tray and then him bringing it down onto your table. Well, that's the action of the bandeja.
As I say, obviously all the glasses end up broken, but it's a way of just gaining a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's slow. Sometimes defensive, sometimes it's used as an approach shot. And that is wide from Barahona.
40-15.
Very superstitious. The Spaniard always bounces the ball through his legs. Were you superstitious? Did you have any?
Yeah. Only bounce about the same number of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
For first and second serve be different. So, well, most players do that.
And would you always
some kind of ritual? Yeah.
ask for the ball? If you win a point, would you want to play with the same ball?
Well, I actually was a ball boy at the U.S. Open when I was a teenager, and I was ball boying for Vitas Gerulaitis, was playing Ivan Lendl on the grandstand, and Vitas was a good friend of my brother, so I knew him well. He tags him with that. And he used to always ask for the same ball. So he got to match point in the 5th set. And I was one of the ball boys in the back. And he said he was 30 all and he won the point 40-30 match point. He said, give me a good one, Patrick. Give me a good ball. Give me a good, on match point. And I said, here you go. And he won it.
It was a good one.
So it was fun for me as a 15-year-old,
So no pressure, you know. If he doesn't win the point, it's your fault.
Yeah,
exactly.
He would have asked you for more balls said he had not.
But I think, I think part of why players do that in tennis, which is obviously most of the time an individual sport, is you're out there by yourself. You kind of have little rituals, and it's a way to calm the mind, during competition. I think it's a way to maybe be in a little bit of control when you're not really in control.
So I'm going to just say, Sanz tagged his teammate and Barahona got him back.
Yep, so 1-1. All square.
Something tells me that's not going to be the last time we see someone.
Whoa,
lovely side spin.
What?
That is a special. Tapia hits you with a bit of top spin, bit of side spin, and when it kicks off the glass, it goes out visually at an angle. A really tough one to get, even if you do race out of that gateway. It's always going to be a difficult one to pick up, get back into play. 3-2 with serve in this opening set. Tapia and Sanz lead.
Well, reasonably even so far. Not much pressure on the serve.
I'd say it's a bit of a cagey opening.
Yeah.
Just testing the water, the play. Just testing the water.
See what the coach Martin is saying. Just to point out to you that there is a different coach for the men and the women. Just that tiny bit loud, the music. Did you catch anything, Eric?
Yeah, I did. Well, not much. But Tapia was just saying that he's not struggling, but he's not getting into the points. He's seeing few shots, to be honest. He's been given, what, 2 smash opportunities, I think, in this opening set.
I think if you're playing against Sanz, if you're playing against Tapia and Cuello, for example, it doesn't really matter who you can't. It's not worth trying to freeze either of them out, is it? Because the other one's just going to destroy you anyhow. But with maybe we go Tapia and Sanz, you would probably be looking to focus more on John Sanz, not because he's he's ranked 13th and he's a great player, but maybe just that slightly bit weaker.
But what you do see, and this is in tennis as well, you have your top 20, 13, but there's a big difference, isn't there? The players outside the top 10 and the top 5.
There can be. I mean, I think in doubles and men's doubles, it's probably there's more depth at the moment. Ooh.
Yeah, another one from Barahona.
Almost got pegged there.
50.
Oof. Good movement to get out of the way, actually.
Again, that backhand serve. Gets the call from Coki Barahona. To stoop low. Barahona. Great recovery. Even better shot. And it drops in. Superb, Sanz. Excellent.
That's a great rally. Really good. Explosive moves.
Really well played.
Both sides of the court. That's an amazing shot there.
So hard to get it back from there.
Yeah.
The way he raced forward as well. Took the gamble. When
they serve that right into the glass, there, is the returner trying to trying to take it before it hits the glass.
Yes.
But a lot of times they can't.
Because the issue is, when there's so much spin, if it hits the glass, sometimes it basically just runs along the glass. And you just can't get your racket between the ball and the glass.
Hang on a second, we've got a couple of break points here. 15-40.
Nieto serving to stay in his service game. Could see the first break of this opening set. Remind viewers, Miami lead in this series. A victory for the women's doubles team in the opening match.
Ooh, went long.
That's unusual.
Yeah, set up invitingly for Tapia. Had probably too much time to think, I think, Tapia on that occasion.
He changed his mind.
Looking for those lobs over the shorter player, Coki Nieto. It's not very good in the air. Not as good as Barahona. Again, another lob over Coki Nieto. Cross court, Sanz trying to get involved. Chance to get it forward and win the point, and he does! And there's a break. 4-2.
Well worked. Two mistakes there from Barahona. Decisive, really, in that game.
You know, to me, that's an example of the great player playing the bigger point more strategically. You know, it was such a big point. Tapia knew what he wanted to do, and he was patient.
That's something that you need, Paul and Patrick, in any sport, that patience. I think even more so in paddle, where sometimes you really have to work hard to win a point. Because sometimes you think, you've got to smash, I'm going to smash it. That's not the right shot to play.
That's better from Javier Barahona. 15-all.
If you're watching at home, you can see the players are leaving the ball right up by the post. Either in your pocket, that's probably the best place, or up by the post. Something worse than stepping on a loose ball on the court. Do yourself some serious damage. Big winner, Coki Nieto. They call that shot the chancletazo. It's
Eric's favourite shot, to be honest. He goes on and on about it.
Just imagine you're holding a sandal. That's a chancla in Spanish.
Okay.
And you take a swipe at something. So you've got the sandal side on, you just swipe it. That's what it's called. The flip-flop swipe.
Just makes me worry about your domestic arrangements, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm at the end of quite a few of those.
Oh, it's gone, 40-30.
Yeah.
40-30.
Serving for 5-2, Sanz. Of course,
Look out.
paddle. Yes.
Oh, he tried it.
Oh, he tried his little...
You saw one of those, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw that in the highlights, but a little harder to do it, I think, on the volley.
Yeah, definitely. Well, golden point, huge for Nieto and Barahona. Chance to break back. Well covered Barahona through the middle.
He's going to kill that.
Yes, he does. And they've broken. Well played, Toronto.
Well, he'll be frustrated with that, John Sanz, because it looked as if he had the game just about won.
I was just saying, I haven't set up one decent lob so far.
To mind you, there's a lot at stake here, of course, because the two losing semi-finalists, the teams get $55,000 each, which is certainly not a bad payday. But obviously the winners of the tournament get 100,000 and the losing finalists 70,000. So just purely in cash terms, there's a big difference.
And also pride as well. You know, you're here. There's an event in New York.
I think we saw that yesterday in the in the first 2 matches, there was nothing at stake, and yet they went at it hammer and tongs.
Yeah. Well, it's a big stage, right? You know, they come to a big city and showcase your sport, and that's growing, as you guys have been talking about. And
well, we're seeing that people are watching around the world. There's a live stream in Spanish and, of course, in English. More and more people tuning in. Of course, this started on Tuesday. We're in the semi-final, and then on Saturday, the main event, the season finale, a season that started back in April, will end on Saturday. We'll find out who are the winners of the second, the Cities Cup. Right now, Miami looking good for a place in the final. Leading the series 1-0, 4-3 in this opening set, but it's with serve. 15-love Barahona.
Once again, another successful smash, just hangs in the air.
It's gone long and wide with a couple of forehands. Tapia.
It's interesting, neither him nor Coki Nieto, both of them saying neither, not feeling quite in this match yet.
It's being played at a slower tempo than I think we expected, they expected, the fans expected. Maybe plenty of respect out there.
And another one from Barahona. I think that's maybe because Nieto and Barahona are wary of leaving too many balls there for Tapia and Sanz. They're looking to try and hit it deep all the time, which means our points are lasting a little bit longer.
Sanz, again looking for his doubles partner in real life. The fake smash.
Ooh,
that's
like that.
so clever.
That's
you
nice.
like that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Because he showed off the pace with that smash, and that time he showed a little feel, a little variety.
Look how he just hides it.
And it's interesting as well, if you look, Sanz and Tapia both go to the sides and just open up that space for him as well.
What you do is you go to the sides and then start running forward to the net to try and get, build up some pace for the leap to try and reach
to try to get it
the
when
big
they
smash.
Right. A lot of strategy here. Oh, nicely done there.
Lovely switch.
Yeah.
Good pickup off.
His body, he looks shaped up to hit a very different shot, and then just
A little half volley.
yeah,
Yeah.
little flick down the line. 4-4, 15-love. Tapia serving, getting to the net. Of course, if you do want to play Padel and learn from the best, serve and volley. Got to try and get to the net. It's where the vast majority of points are won.
Oh, well
Like
played.
that.
Lovely put away, yes.
Once again, teed him up. Couldn't really put the ball anywhere else, and there was Tapia to finish the point.
Good service game so far. Deep down the line, caressed it over the net there, Barahona. Again with that double-handed backhand, one of the few players on the men's circuit to use a double-handed backhand. The Spaniard. Brilliant.
Wonderful shot.
He can really disguise that forehand well. So he flicked that one up the line earlier in this game, and then this one he kind of holds it and freezes his opponent. That's a nice quick hold there.
Excellent service game. Well, Sanz, obviously, left-handed. You're very comfortable with the shots down the middle. Tapia as well. In your playing days, did you prefer a left-handed play? Was there a big difference?
I like playing with a lefty.
You did?
Yeah. Because they bring that different dimension, and they can cover different parts, the angles a little bit better. Obviously, my brother was a pretty decent lefty, especially in doubles. I think it also helps when you're serving, to give your opponents lefty righty so they can't, it's not as predictable. Don't get used to the same spin, the same angle.
Well, it's exactly the same in paddle. I mean, there's so many elements that are shared in the two sports. I'm sure, because we see it in tennis, quite a few players that play singles struggle to adapt to doubles. you might take the two best players in the world in singles, but they would not make good double players.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Padel would be really good for getting people started, because one of the advantages everyone says is, you know, to enjoy playing tennis, you actually have to be able to play,
really be able to
get it back over the top. And in Padel, it's a lot easier
to pick it up,
to just get the ball over the net and enjoy playing with your friends. And if your kids,
pickleball is getting popular too. Because both these sports, you can get fairly competent at it fairly quickly.
It's like beach tennis, you know, with a little, you know, net between you.
Well, the beach helps too.
But the thing is, for kids, it's great because you know, you're not getting frustrated at an early age.
I'll tell you what, I've got a 4-year-old playing on a paddle court, and the ball goes out, hits the wall, and comes back. Try doing that on a tennis court. End up with backache. 5-4.
So Nieto serving to stay in the set.
Ooh. And that's out, but now pointed up into the air, Barahona, or to one side, just indicating that the ball had gone out. Actually, he said it before the umpire did. He's allowing the players here to call the game. Again, that backhand, that's into the glass and picked up very well indeed by Tapia. Sanz, will they stay back? Undecided.
Great
Good
bajada.
pickup, brilliant pickup there. Now, exchange here at the net. And coming out on top, Barahona.
They are very good at the net, Nieto and Barahona.
Very athletic, very quick. Super reflexes. Looking for the fence. Oh. Disappointed, Barahona with that backhand.
This is where you suspect that a guy like Tapia is not going to give you anything. This stage late in the set, put the clams down a little bit.
It was a big point, big game player. Races out. Oh, got it. He was there. Yeah, he was there.
At it. Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about yesterday, it was they won their matches 6-4, 7-5, and it was the big point right at the end, wasn't it? 5-4. I think they broke at 5-4.
That's often the difference, isn't it, between the players at the very, very top and the players almost at the top, because you get games won by fine margins, and it's, I think it's the mental, isn't it? The mental strength, would you say?
I would say it's a mental strength, but as I mentioned earlier, the skill level. You have more skills, and that helps you at the crucial moments.
Huge hit. Brings it home. Barahona tied 5-5.
It's again the pressure on Sanz.
Important that Barahona starting to find those smashes. It's been quiet until the last couple of games. Yet to really see Tapia let fly. Sanz, though, who does. And Sanz with the winner.
50 love.
It's a very typical performance, isn't it, from Nieto and Barahona? They're in it, they're in it, they're in it. You think, yeah, they could do this. So twice out of 3 times they haven't actually won. Which is a nice way of saying they've lost, but you've always thought that they could do.
They're in it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're always just there, but not quite enough. Always just lacking something. Sometimes it's luck.
30.
One's up for the Biwara.
Flagged it.
Yeah. Ouch.
30-15.
Too much time. Think about it.
Now you can see when players probably have in mind one shot, and we change their mind last minute.
Short.
The return. Oh, well, it wouldn't have counted anyway. Barahona fell into the net.
40-15.
Comfortable service game for Tapia and Sanz. 6-5 ball.
Well, the worst that can happen to them now is a tie break. So what do you do in this sort of situation? Do you think, okay, we'll take a step forward and try and force it, or just defend and maybe try and play on your rival's nerves?
I think you try to defend if you're Tapia and Sanz on this game, and try to work them over and see if you can maybe get an error or two and then attack. I wouldn't go all-out attack.
Right at the start, yeah.
So make them win the point.
Make them win it, yeah. And try to put the clamps down a little more.
Well, they don't look particularly stressed, do they? Let's be brutally honest.
Well, I said how relaxed it is, and nice, and the team atmosphere is great. To bond with their teammates all week and their coaches and trainers.
Yeah, they're staying in a pretty nice hotel as well.
That helps, you know.
Is it better than ours?
I think it's a little it looked better on booking, but you know, I'm very happy with the hotel.
It has a higher rating. I'm very happy with my hotel.
If it's got something I can make a cup of tea in the room with, and I'm over the moon.
Cup of tea and you're over the moon. Is it from Yorkshire, the tea?
It is indeed.
You brought it from home?
I did indeed. Got to travel prepared.
6-5. Barahona now to serve.
What?
Comes
Well
up
played.
very, very short, Tapia. Now, we've seen Tapia all week, we've seen Tapia all year. He seems to be holding back. He's not himself. I mean, if you get to see him play, he seems to be more athletic, more, I don't know, he seems just, I don't know, slightly reduced
maybe
version.
he's tired at the end of the year,
Perhaps,
long season.
perhaps.
Yes.
Could be. Maybe he's just saving himself.
Yeah.
Well played, John Sanz.
Picking his spots.
15-all.
Well, the great ones know how to do that.
I was going to say, you know, sometimes you think some players, if you're trailing in a set 5-1, 5, do you think, okay.
Yeah, you play your way to the next set.
You do, yeah.
Absolutely. Particularly in the scoring system we have in tennis and paddle.
30-15.
Doesn't matter. All you need to do is win 2 sets.
Yes.
Right? Doesn't matter if you win at 6-0 or 7-6.
So you just basically reset, save that energy. That's it. Drop.
Overhead it.
Yeah, that's
30-all.
So now here's a tight point coming up right here.
Huge point. 30-all. Trailing.
Now
Tapia and Sanz.
let's see how they play this point on the return side strategically. Do they play it defensively? I would say yes. Yep, go to the lob.
Yeah, sends over a lob. Opted to come forward. Good guess. And there's the
there you
winner.
go. Wow.
There's the winner.
There you go. Just like that. 2 set points.
Now we saw this earlier, and they hit a fake smash. On this occasion, they didn't. And there was Sanz ready to punish Toronto. Set point. 1 of 2. Looking for Nieto.
So now he's going lob. See, he's working him now.
Again.
He's going to just keep working him. Lob coming. Yep.
Oh, lovely angle. Patient.
Here it is.
There's the wind-up
There's the one.
smash. And it's the winner. It's the winner. It's the break they needed. It's the opening set. Tapia and Sanz draw first blood. Tapia Sanz 7. Nieto Barahona 5. Join us for the second set after a short break. Sanz taking the first set. So, Paul, we were just talking about this off air. Holding back, maybe? And then just exploding at the right time.
Pacing themselves.
Pacing themselves, that's how you, pacing themselves.
What I'm just going to say is he is so hard to beat. You know, look at the last 7 tournaments he's played. Winner, 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 winner. I think that was 7 times, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then,
Winner, yeah.
then 2 finals, then winner. Then, vamos. He's so hard to beat.
Ooh, we missed that. That was good, actually.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, just getting under that slightly. Coki Nieto. Wouldn't put that down as an unforced error, though. Just 2 so far in this match. Coki Nieto. Sanz. Oh, I mean, both players staying back. And a very easy service game.
Very economical game.
Yes.
Yeah, because so often you see teams coming in, pairs come out after winning a set and then losing the serve on the first game afterwards. But straight away, the pressure is right on Nieto and Barahona.
And we showed him on that 5-6 changeover, laughing and smiling. I mean, I guess they knew something we didn't.
Yep.
We got this, coach.
Well, they're just playing around with the scoreboard. It's not 1-1, 2-1.
They got to reset it.
Whilst they work that out. Just quickly, we were talking about going through the gears, going up through the gears. You do that often as well? You know, sometimes...
You know, I wish I could have, but you know, some of us
How
are
many
just
gears did you have?
mortals. There was like, you know, 2 maybe.
As long as they're both 1 and 2 and not forward and reverse. Oh! The
showtime, little showtime.
Exhibition paddle from Sanz. And a wonderful winner backhand through the middle. Tapia with the backhand sliced shot.
One of the to your question though, it's a good one. One of the all-time greats in tennis, Andre Agassi, who I had the misfortune of getting demolished by a few times in some big courts at the French Open and center court at Wimbledon. But he would often talk about how he would start a match in, you know, 2nd or 3rd gear. And if you were playing someone like me, he could probably keep it in 2nd or 3rd gear. But when he would play against, you know, his big rival Pete Sampras in a big match, he knew he'd had to come out and be in 4th or 5th gear to start the match. But he would temper his game. Look at this.
Whoa.
You know, knowing that he had a couple extra gears, but he would only go to it if he really needed it.
Especially in a tournament which is could last 2 weeks. You've just got to, and you've
got to pace yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing we've been talking about this. When I'd like to know what your thoughts. When you win a point and the ball hits the net and goes over to the other side, and you kind of like, you know, you apologize. Do you turn around sometimes and smile to your doubles part?
Absolutely. I'm so happy I made that. Yeah. That's
really sorry, and you turn around and laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you don't laugh at your opponent.
No. You know, so it's a gentleman's game.
Oh, lovely exchange at the net. Sometimes it's a bit of a pinball machine. Now, got a good call there, Tapia. He was about to head out and didn't. It was Sanz who told him he was staying in. Will he take over?
And
he
again.
does. No, he doesn't. He couldn't quite get there. So there, Tapia told Sanz, but. So that's why Sanz, because you have to rely on your doubles partner. He sees it best from where he, you know, the angle. They don't always get it right. It's really difficult to judge the pace those balls are flying out. You really perceive it if you're down there courtside on TV. It's fast, but it's much faster live. Again, Tapia.
15-40.
Well,
15-40, so break points again.
3 break points at the start of the second set. Took the first set, 7-5. Tapia and Sanz. Chiquita down at the feet of Coki Nieto.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Really clever, really clever. Well,
it was in. I thought it gone. No, no, it wasn't. Yeah, for 1 second I thought he'd given it.
2 to love. A break at the start of the second set, and they are rattled, Nieto and Barahona. Well, this is when I suppose a trainer would look to get his players off court. Timeout.
Yeah, exactly. Call the 20-second timeout.
Good serve there from Sanz, deep.
Was it in?
It's been given as in. Out though.
I thought it hit the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a second,
the
umpire wasn't too sure.
Not
just
by much.
Clipped the glass. Again, that double-handed backhand. Barahona looking to attack Tapia and Coki Nieto.
Just going back to that last call, I honestly don't see how the umpire, where they are, sat where he is, can see if that hits the glass.
We spoke to
and he said, I
before
can't.
coming here.
He said he can or he can't?
No,
he can't.
Really,
yeah. They're pulling away from this quickly now.
40-15.
Stamping their authority on this one now.
Sanz for a 3-0 lead in this second set. The Cities Cup semi-final. They already lead 1-0 in the semi-final series. Miami looking good for a place in the grand final. Sanz with the pickup. Tapia with the back glass. The contra pared. Well played. Well played. But still,
40-30.
more defending to do.
40-30.
Still not over this one. He's feeling it though, isn't he, Coki Nieto there?
4 games in 4 days. And of course, they've had more intense games than their opponents.
Well, they've also played an extra. Was it Barahona played an extra?
Yeah, he played the mixed doubles with Victoria Iglesias. A match they won, but still more game time. Great pullback.
But
can he get across in time? He can.
There.
That was a lucky bounce off the fence. And the big smash. Full stretch, can't quite get there, Barahona. 3-0.
I think these are the sort of points that actually win your fans.
Yeah, they did well to stay in it. Yeah.
Win your fans, yeah.
They just had him on the string here, and that's the finisher.
Points that win your fans, I think, I wouldn't say destroy your opponents, but, you know, it's like a stomach blow.
Yeah.
It's always great to see when someone gets out of court, gets the ball back, but it just leaves you horribly exposed.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to do something really special, like basically slide it into the net so it doesn't bounce up.
Because if you come out of court, you are allowed to hit the ball into the net. Yeah, into the net, your opponent's side.
I saw that in your
if it drops
highlights,
dead, you can win the points. You have 2 options. You can either hit a shot into the net or hit a really, really high lob to give you time
to get back.
Yeah, but the only thing is, normally your doubles partner has to take up a central position, you know, to allow you time to cover the court. It's really difficult, but points can be won. Well, Miami Padel Club tipped by the experts here to make the final.
Well, anyhow, just to let
Who
you know.
are the experts?
You two.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone in the crowd.
The Spanish commentators. By the way, we know what that product's called now. It's called 4-On, that spray.
Yep. Can't afford another break. Nieto in the second set.
You're not coming back from 2 down against Sanz and Tapia, are you?
Again, that slice backhand. That's really quiet today for Coki Nieto.
But as you say, they could well be tired. I mean, yesterday it was 6-7, 6-7 against Dineno and Stupaccio, which was a long old match, wasn't it? Long and intense.
Really physical, demanding, taxing. And all four players. Let's see how that might affect the two Argentines who are up next. The upcoming series.
They'll be playing, well, the advantage for them, the good news for them is they're playing Fede Cingotto and Carlos Campagnolo, who also had a very intense game against Tapia and Sanz.
It's the first doubles game Cingotto and Campagnolo have lost here in New York.
Right, on the board.
Well, a start in this second set.
Yep.
So Nieto currently partners Sanz. He partnered Barahona when they were juniors. Were they junior champions of Spain?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were teenage sensations for Spain.
Oh.
Barahona has to track back. A lob just to allow himself to get into position.
Oh, nice.
Delightful.
The reverse.
Tapia grazes the net, scoots back into play. The fake smash does well, not to allow it to come off the glass there. Tapia would have dropped dead. Oh, that's unlucky. That's really unfortunate.
Just calls it out there, Nieto.
Kisses the top of the net. And unfortunately for Miami, out. Oh, I suppose fortunately for Toronto. They won the point. Love 15.
Okay, a little opening here.
It's a little rueful look there from Gus Tapia.
Or maybe a light at the end of the tunnel for Nieto and Barahona.
4.
Brilliant pickup. Barahona sends over the deep lob through his legs. Showboating there. Oh, great reflexes at the net by Sanz.
Goodness gracious, I thought he did that twice for a second.
Oh, but unfortunately Tapia hits it long.
That's a tremendous point from Toronto.
Lightning reflexes at the net by Sanz. But a mistake by Tapia. Well, they looked, I wouldn't say dead and buried, 3-0 down, but here, a chance to, well, still with a chance to break back.
The thing is, it's still only one break, isn't it?
One
so 3-0, you look at it and think, whoa, you know, we're well away, but it's just that one break.
15-40 on Tapia's serve. Again, gets the luck. That's twice in this service game. They won both points. They've broken back. 3-2. Tapia Sanz still lead with serve in the second set.
Javier Barahona to serve.
Well, Is it going to be a mini revival? Will it end here? Or can they tie the game? Barahona to serve for 3-3 in this second set, trading by a set to love. They drop the first set 7-5 to Tapia and Sanz. To backtrack Barahona. Nice shot down the middle. Forces the two players back. Can't quite gain control of the net because Nieto stay back. Chance to come forward. Whoa. Whoa. And again they get the luck of the net. Oh, it's in! Oh!
That's awesome.
And it's out. I still don't think you want to duel it out of the net with Nieto.
Well, caressed over the net by Tapia. Watch this.
Sweet.
That hits the stanchion. Apparently he was a very good football player.
Well, I'm sure of that.
Barahona
I'm sure
when he
a
was
lot
a
of these
kid.
guys were.
Well, he volleyed that ball into like row 3 in anger. That's a brilliant serve. That was the serve that won the point. Oh, it hasn't won the point!
Oh.
Superb by Sanz. Oh! Well, yes, do point to your doubles partner, Sanz. Outstanding play. I thought the point was over.
Right there?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere.
That was awesome gap.
But look how he just squeezes through. Back he comes again.
Nieto, of course. Barahona might have got there, but Nieto not quite as tall. I'll tell you what, he's not small though, because you look here, it's only because he's alongside someone who is
Much bigger.
big that he doesn't look big. He's tall as me, more or less.
Are you tall?
I'm not small.
The stoop there. Again, superb reflexes. Huge fan of Coki when he comes forward at the net. And again, oh, this time they couldn't quite direct it. The right side of the net.
Well, 4 more break points, and it's. You get the feeling that if they get this, it will be decisive.
A little bit of a letdown from 3 love the 3-2, but it looks like they've refound their focus here in this game.
Barahona.
Oh,
He doesn't get there because Sanz, again, the recovery. He's been excellent, Sanz. Probably his best game of the match, and it's 4-2.
I just love where Tapia puts this final ball. It's perfect place to put it so that they just can't quite, neither player can get a good look at it.
7, he got 5-2 up.
Comes forward. Asks for a call from Sanz. Or brings it down brilliantly. Coki Nieto.
Love 15.
During your playing days, did you find, from your experience, that if you were broken, the best time to break back was immediately?
Yeah, definitely.
Straight after.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not that you were broken many times.
You know, I guess you knew about my serve, huh? Yeah.
Whoa. Finds the effect on that one, John Sanz. The spin just lifts it out.
He used to say it's not a break until you hold.
Okay, yeah, I suppose, yeah, you've got to,
Got to consolidate.
Consolidate. Just doesn't carry over the net, Barahona. (30-15) if you're just joining us. Tapia and Sanz lead 7-5, lead 4-2 in the second set, and now 40-15.
Pinned Nieto back there, didn't he? And it was a slightly tired shot, I think.
Contra Pared.
And again.
That is spectacular.
He has been amazing in this second set. 7-5, 5-2 in this second set. Just waiting for Tapia. There he is, the world #2. Struts out onto this central court here in Brooklyn, New York. One game away from a place in Saturday's final. Sanz has been excellent in this second set. Now that is something you see very often, really important. The ball was angled towards Tapia, and he just basically moved, he could have played it.
Just moved out of the way.
There's no need.
Yeah.
But you saw Sanz making the run, didn't he?
That's the communication. Because had he have got it back over the net, it would have been a very defensive shot. Could have gone anywhere.
Just moved out of the way.
And it turned into an opportunity for Sanz. Punished Toronto, just like Coki did there.
Got the bounce as well.
15-all. Switches it. Good shot. Selection there by Barahona. Oh, Iglesias is on the team bench. Wishing, of course, that this game goes to super tie break. Her team wins and she can come out for a mixed doubles alongside Barahona. Unbeaten. Played 1-1 here in Brooklyn. Coki Nieto.
40-15.
Had the legs on it. I thought that was maybe one for Tapia.
Winds up.
Overheads.
Yeah.
40-30.
I think the ball dropped too low there. Barahona was under the ball slightly. Well, first, I think, error by Sanz in this second set. Lose the service game, but still one break up. It will be Tapia to serve for the match.
Is it ball change as well?
Yeah, you can hear that
Leave
little.
it is, yeah.
Love that sound.
Yeah, the
Love
sound,
the smell.
sound of a can opening.
The
Sorry.
smell. Yeah.
Yeah, can of, I want to just make it clear, can of tennis balls.
Yeah.
Or paddle balls.
The other one will be later.
Yeah. I'll ask them to delete that out of the commentary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No. Well, even the world's best can make mistakes. Again, just allowing that ball to pass in by Coki Nieto, because he could turn that shot into a shot where he could attack his opponents on the backhand side. Tough to learn that. Oh, yeah.
Set it up perfectly with the lob, too. And
didn't seem too convinced, did he?
yeah, a little too casual with that.
Yeah.
I must confess, I was thinking that's love 40.
Yeah. That's probably what he was thinking, too.
Great bajada. Sends it high over. Barahona again has the chance to get forward.
Oh, still alive though.
Point continues. Barahona does well. Difficult bounce off the fence. Oh, great pickup by Sanz. Coki Nieto. And there it is.
Oh,
Saw it coming.
Yeah.
They will look back, maybe, and rue that miss by Barahona.
At 30. Yeah.
Yep. Set it up really well here, Nieto, as well.
Action volley down low from Sanz. Been really impressed by the Spaniard. He's got better as this game has gone on. 30 all.
Ooh, he was going to let it go.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of the way.
30-40.
Still alive.
2 break points.
So
One break point.
break point and match point at the same time.
Well, a chance here for Miami Padel Club to become the first team through to Saturday's final. Can they clinch it? Tapia. Will they stay back? Will they come forward? They've come forward. Excellent lob, Tapia. To Barahona. And it's into the net. Barahona with the mistake. Congratulations, Miami Padel Club. Winners of the first event in April of the season. And they are now through to Saturday's final, defeating Toronto 2-love. A victory for the women's doubles in the opening game in straight sets, followed by a straight set win by Tapia and Sanz. They defeated Nieto Barahona 7-5, 6-3.
Once again, it was those big points that made the difference, wasn't it? Because it was close. I mean, we were thinking, whoa, this can easily go to another game, maybe even the super tie-break. They close it out when they need to. And a very typical performance in this from Barahona and from Nieto. They've looked good, they've gone close, but not quite close enough.
Yeah, it was just a belief there late in the sets and on the crucial moments, especially Tapia able to play that defensive game, and you could see him looking for that big smash when it was the big point, right? He was just looking for it, and the antennas were up for him a little bit more than the other players, I thought, when it really mattered.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go to our smash of the match from Adidas. There's been a few to choose from.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Nice John Sanz.
There's a couple just in this point.
Well, it's gonna be Tapia. In the end,
Oh no, it's Tapia, you're
the
right.
cosmonaut, astronaut, Mozart of Catamarca, the world number 2. A player through to the final, Agustín Tapia.
There you go, a little Eine Kleine Knack music there from Gus Tapia. Our smash of the match presented by Adidas.
Enjoy the game?
I did it. We really enjoyed it, yeah.
It's interesting the contrast in style between the men and the women, isn't it? One's maybe a bit more, obviously faster, but the other's maybe more technical.
Yeah, and a little more, maybe a little more strategic. I think they're both strategic, actually, in their own way, but both highly entertaining to watch.
Oh, celebrations over in front of the Miami bench. They are through to their first ever final. Of course, the defending champions, Las Vegas Smash, fell at the group stage. Last year's runners-up failed to qualify at Cancun Waves, so a new name will be etched onto the Cities Cup. Will it be Miami, or will it be Flowrider Goats or New York Atlantics?
Well, we'll find that out after a short break. We're just going to hear, however, in a moment from our winners and the man with the glasses, Julian.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a spectacular performance by the Miami Padel Club and John Sanz and Agustín Tapia. Let's hear some. John, how was the performance? How did you feel on the court?
Bueno, la verdad que muy contento. Lo primero quiero felicitar a las chicas por el grandísimo punto que han sacado, de la manera que llevan jugando toda la semana, que la verdad que es impresionante. Y nada, para mí es un placer, lo voy a decir todos los días, ¿no? Que tenga el micrófono, pero jugar al lado de Agus son fuera de serie. Creo que hoy he jugado un buen partido ante dos grandes amigos como Coquito y Javi. Coki es mi compañero y le tengo un cariño especial. Y nada, sobre todo darle las gracias a Agus porque creo que me ayuda mucho a que pueda jugar bien y muy feliz. Y por último, nada, mandar un saludo muy grande a toda mi familia, a mi novia, que están ahí siempre apoyando y muchas ganas ya de verlos.
happy with the performance. I mean, playing with next to Agus is a truly privilege, and the girls coming out with the first point. Now it put us in the final, and happy to be where I am right now. Today I felt good playing, and I felt very good on the paddle court. Agus, increíble, el primer set tuvieron un breakdown, lo recuperaron los chicos. ¿Cuál era la estrategia del partido cuando entraron? What was the strategy on the match when you guys, after losing the first break and then they came back on the second break?
Bueno, nada, buenas noches a todos. Primero también déjame felicitar a las chicas por la semana increíble que llevan. Es más fácil jugar cuando vas 1-0 arriba en partidos, así que nada, agradecerles por la tranquilidad que nos dan a nosotros para intentar jugar bien. A todo el equipo también que estuvo toda la semana. Mañana tenemos una nueva final y esperemos cerrarlo de la mejor forma. Yo creo que hoy venimos a jugar contra unos grandes amigos, grandes jugadores. Felicitar a Johnny, que la verdad que hoy tiró él del carro todo el partido. Yo lo ayudé en algunos momentos, pero él se mantuvo, creo que todo el partido igual, y pudimos sacarlo adelante. Así que nada, contentos por mañana y vamos con todo Miami.
Happy with the performance. It's easy to come into the court knowing that you're already winning 1-0. John really came up out of the shell and helped me pull it through. And happy with the performance, and looking forward to Miami for tomorrow's final tomorrow. So let's put our hands together right here. Let's go Miami Paddle Club! Let's give it up, everyone, to Agustín.
Okay, well, we have our first finalists for the Cities Cup in the Pro Paddle League. It is going to be the Miami Paddle Club. John Sanz and Gus Tapia went into the second match of the semi-final, knowing that Ari Sanchez and Marta Talavan had won 6-2, 6-4, 6-2. They really had to work against Coki, Nieto and Javier Barahona. A really, really tight first set. Finally decided by a couple of moments of magic. Among them, this one from John Sanz. They sneaked it 7 games to 5. After that one, went into orbit.
Game for a set.
Yeah, he saves his best
Miami
stuff for
Paddle
when
Club.
he needs it most, and those crucial points. Some great exchanges between the players, those quick little volleys and some touch shots. This is a beauty right here.
Yeah, they went into a...
That was an incredible get there. That set him up for this shot right here, which was smash of the day, but
I thought the point was over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible get.
They led 3-love in the second set. It has to be said, credit to Nieto and Barahona. They got right back into it. But in the end, just in those vital moments, Sanz and Gus Tapia, especially John Sanz, who was exceptional, they had that little bit more. And then the goal point, which was a break point and a match point, well, it was the match point that triumphed. So our first finalists, the Miami Paddle Club. Will they face New York Atlantics or Florida in the final? Well, let's have a look first of all at the stats. 7-5, 6-3, 93 points against 75. They won 3 goal points to 2. It shows it was reasonably close, but they were very, very effective on the break points, taking 8 out of 10.
Both teams had a lot of break point opportunities. Is that normal to see that many in a men's match? Could be, yeah.
No, not in a men's match, no. And not in a women's
what's
match.
not normal is to win 8 out of 10 of them.
Out of 10.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely
a high percentage.
playing the big points well.
And that is what you were saying, the big points. Right, we'll be back very soon with our second semi-final after a short break.